So we're going to take a look at Tesla today. Tesla down another 47 points on the day, just about 4.5%. So ever since we came off that big run up after those delivery numbers, all the way into that $1,200, $1,208, $1,210 zone, we've just been on 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive down days worth of selling here. Was kind of looking for a little bit of a relief bounce in the overall markets today. Did not get that, so I did play to the downside on a lot of plays today. Personally, I did not take part in any of this Tesla trade just due to the fact that, it's Friday. I don't really want to go too large on my size here and have something bounce or give away any profits for the week. But with that being said, definitely going to be keeping Tesla on watch for next week. If you guys want to join my Discord, I'm putting out daily signals, daily levels, kind of helping people out there. Great community of people. That link is down in the description box below. But what I want to go ahead and look at here on Tesla is the low of day of 10.1046. So with that being said, we are currently underneath all levels of supply. We're underneath the 5-day moving average. We're underneath the 10-day moving average. We're underneath the 20-day moving average. We're underneath the 50 EMA. We're also underneath the 50 SMA. So with that being said, the relative strength in Tesla is not, so good. Now, can we have a bounce date? It's 100% possible. A lot of selling pressure across the board, not just with Tesla, but across the board overall this week. So could we get a little bit of a breather? Could we get a little bit of a bounce? I could completely see that going into next week. Something that we're going to look for here on a bounce is to reclaim the 50 EMA and then potentially give us a little bit of a bounce up here to the 20, which that price is going to be around 10.58. So that's going to be my price target for any type of bounce. If you are looking to play that bounce into next week, let's look to set in a bottom here. Let's look to go red to green on the day. And then let's look to take profits into this 20 period moving average. Obviously, that's going to be our first line in the sand. And then our next line in the sand here is going to be the 50-day moving average. And that price is going to sit at around 1071. So 1058, 1071, those are your two price targets if you're looking to play that bounce into next week. If we do have any sort of relative strength come into the markets and we do get a little bit of relief bounce. However, I do think that the bigger measured potential trade and the quicker trade, meaning that I think that if we do bounce, we're going to get a little bit of choppiness. It's not just going to be a straight move up, from 1010, 1015 all the way, up to 1050, 1070. I think it'll be a little bit more of a bumpier road just due to the fact that we've got all of this resistance. What I'm looking for is some kind of relief bounce going into next week, whether that be the 1050, 1070. Okay. And then I'm looking for some sort of rejection here in this area. If Tesla is going to continue this slide to the downside, we will get a bounce and then we will get some form of rejection. When we do get that form of rejection and we start treading back down here to this 1010, whatever we close at, as of now, with about an hour and a half left in the market, 1010 is our low spot today. We're currently trading at 1019. But if we lose this 1010 next week, this has a lot of room down. Okay. And yesterday they were coming in for 950 puts like clockwork. So, underneath 1010, underneath this $1,000 level, there is no support in this range. There is nothing here. Okay. We do have this minor gap to be filled, and this gap to be filled, okay, is going to be between this 940 and 960, 970 area. So I can completely see Tesla giving us a little bit of a relief bounce, getting rejected, curling back over and losing this 1,000 area, and then coming all the way down here to the 950 before we find some support. And this is where you're going to want to take your profits. You're going to want to take your profits into that 970, 960, 950. You're going to want to be clearing that up and end your day a happy camper. So you're really not just, going to get short on this thing below 1,000 and think that it's coming all the way back down to 700. That's crazy. Anytime you take these kind of plays like this, you're always going to find a little bit of support. You're always going to get resistance. Stocks are going to go up. Stocks are going to go down. I know the market hasn't looked too great from a long standpoint, meaning that if you are holding anything long-term, longer term investments, longer term swing trades, those positions are pretty down. They're down pretty significantly. So with that being said, it's kind of a trader's market right now. It's more of a cash flow market. We are getting bounces intradays, and then we are getting these washouts intradays. The only problem is there's not a whole lot of follow through. And what I mean by that is you're getting the flush and then you're getting a bounce. So the move that we're giving down, sometimes we're gaining it all back. And then on the bounces, we're getting these nice bounces above supply, and then we're getting pulled right back down into support. So the moves are not holding long term. So when you do take your trades, until the market kind of figures itself out and kind of just starts to relax a little bit, what you're going to need to do is take your profits when you get them, okay? Whether that be a small profit or a big profit, we can't be greedy. This is not the time to be greedy in the markets, okay? If you get that big move, you get that big home run trade, congratulations. But everything else, you're just looking for a base hit. You're looking for small gains. You're looking to get in, get out. You're looking to go to sleep at the end of the night, meaning that you don't want to go to sleep holding these positions down big and having them need to recover significantly the next day. So, make life easier on yourself. Take your cash flow when you can get it. Be patient, allow these setups to form. So like I'm saying, with this Tesla short, that doesn't mean just because I think it can come down to 950 that I'm going to buy it here, when we haven't confirmed. We haven't got a bounce day yet, and then we haven't got rejected, and we haven't flushed. So I'm not going to take a short position when the setup is not there yet. Just like, for example, we haven't found our bottom yet, so I'm not just going to buy it here to only have Monday be a gap down into 950 and I lose a bunch of money. So what I am going to need is I am going to either need to hold this 1010 today and then see some sort of bounce on Monday or Tuesday, reclaiming this 50 EMA for me to get long and take profits, more so like a scalp into this 20-day moving average. And then kind of see what we do when we get to the 20 and when we get to the 50-day moving average. Do we get any sort of resistance in this area? And if we do, and we start to curl back over, then that's when you're going to kind of want to look for your short position down through the 1,000, potentially with the price target of 950. So just kind of wanted to do an intraday look on Tesla. Guys, if you want to join my Discord community, I'm throwing out watch lists. I'm throwing out signals there. I'm trying to help everyone out. We're all here in the stock market to make money. So let's all do that. We have to all kind of know what we're doing. We all have to kind of control our emotions. As much as we all want stocks to just go up and it to be a happy market, there's other types of markets out there. There's bear markets, there's choppy environments, there's distribution markets where, things are trading within a range. And right now the triple Qs are trading within a big fat range. And bulls are kind of really trying to hang on to this 100-day simple moving average. They're trying to hang on to the 50-day. But right now it looks like the bears are starting to take control of that level. So the longer we continue to trade below the 50-day moving average, the more power that's going to be put into the shorts and into the bears' hands. So with that being said, is we have to have an open mind and be willing to trade stocks short. With that being said, I absolutely love Tesla. I've traded it hundreds and hundreds of times, long and short. I love the company. I think that one day it's going to be at 5,000. I think that one day it'll be at 3,000. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to take a short position on Monday if the opportunity presents itself. Okay. I'm not holding this long term. If you are holding it long term, I don't think you really have anything to worry about. Your game plan for a long-term investment is a lot different than a trader's game plan. So a trader's game plan is trying to take advantage of intraday and weekly moves, right? Long, short. We're looking for short scalps. We're looking for short pockets to make money. As a long-term investor, it's all about dollar cost averaging. So if you believe in the company, when we do have these significant pullbacks, you wait for a bottom, you dollar cost average at that bottom, and then you ride it back up. And you're not even really looking at the day-to-day moves until we have some sort of significant pullback. And I think for any long-term investor, you would probably want to get this down in the 800s, 836, $920, $950 range to start dollar cost averaging. If things in the market really started to heat up, meaning things got extremely, extremely weak and extremely volatile, and we're going through some craziness in the economy, perhaps that 793 area would be a good potential loading zone on Tesla for the long term. But again, that's all long-term talk. So, when I bring out a number like $793, of course, anybody who's been trading Tesla the past few months is going to say that that's crazy. And, and to me, myself, of course, that's crazy, but you don't know what's going to happen a month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now. With that being said, For us short-term traders, we have to look at the market from a day-to-day basis. So as of right now, can we experience a little bit of a bounce? Yes. What is that first profit target on our bounce going to be? 1058 and around 1070. Those are the areas where we're going to want to take profits off the table. So just because we get a green day and we get some sort of bounce, let's say to 1065, that doesn't mean, yeah, let's hold our position. We're going back to 1200, because we could get rejected and roll back down through 1000. And now you're sitting there holding the bag like, why didn't I sell? So, just know what's going on. Look at the bigger picture, see what the macro levels are, and try to play accordingly. Right now, it looks like the market is trying to bounce up a little bit. Tesla is reclaiming this 50 EMA. We do have the triple Qs bouncing up a little bit here going into the last hour and 15 minutes of this session. So with that being said, just keep your eyes on Tesla. I gave you 2 potential trade setups, both long and short. So try to take advantage of them to the best as possible. And if you want any more help, join that Discord that's down in the description box below.